parents of kids who are gamers. First of all, you need to recognize that games are really not going to go away. So because kids are going to play games, 90% of kids under the age of 8 play video games of some kind at least once a week for at least a little while. If you get into older kids, like 12 through 18, what the literature says is that 97% of kids play games at least part of the time. And a lot of those kids are casual gamers, and they're playing games that are not that important to them. If you have, however, what are called by my son, who is a hardcore gamer, if you have a hardcore gamer, it's really important to figure out a way to get involved with that. One of the things that we have done as a family, both my husband and I, is we encourage our son Jacob to talk about the games that he's interested in. Now, we are very strict. He is now 21, but when he was younger than 21, before he was 18, we were very strict about the kinds of games he was allowed to play. So we spent a lot of time researching games and looking at the ESRB rating on the games and looking at actual things called Let's Plays, which you can get on YouTube, that show you what the game looks like. And we did those kinds of things to make sure that he wasn't playing games that violated our family values. Then one of the things that we did quite often is we would sit and we would watch him play games, and we would interact with him. So we would root for him, and we would get excited when he was doing well, and we would be sad with him or disappointed when he was doing badly. And we have kind of a rule in our family that during dinner, we all eat dinner together, and that pleasant conversation has to happen. And so we spend quite a bit of time talking with Jacob about the games he plays. What does he like about particular games? What doesn't he like? What's hard for him? What's upsetting to him? Which characters are important to him, so that we understand what is going on with him, because that is in some ways his world. And it's not a world that I particularly like, and it's not a world that my husband particularly likes at all, but it's a world that is super important to Jacob. And because Jacob is super important to us, being involved with him and understanding where he's coming from is super important to us. And so we make an effort to keep informed of the games that he's playing, and even now that he's 21, is he into, what is he not into, why is he into those things, and that keeps us connected, so it doesn't let the video game get between us and Jacob, which it could easily do because we are not gamers. We are not even casual gamers. And we wanted to make sure that we stayed connected to Jacob, because what is important to us is the relationship. And the other thing that we've done is we've also kind of helped him figure out, he has ADHD and he has some learning disabilities, so some things are hard for him. So we have to help him figure out some social things. And one of the things that we've done is we've said, okay, we're going to listen to you talk about video games, and you have to also be reciprocal and ask us about things that are important to us. So my husband is a big fisherman, so even though Jacob is not interested in fishing, he asks about fishing. I do a lot of art kinds of things like mosaics and things like that. Jacob is not interested in that, and he asks about that and listens to my answers, because what we've taught him by listening to him talk about video games is we've taught him that listening to what other people are into and interested in is important, because that's the way relationships are built. And that's what we wanted in our family.